You know what this is? It's not a movement, it's the only thing moving, huh? Dig that? Okay, oh yes, the war is coming. The gap keep growing with the wealthy and the slumming. So I use my mental riches for digits to keep them running till my chips come around. Yup, like a Funyun, bite down, get a taste of that Midwest flavor. While I'm at it, let Mr. Rodgers just shout out to my neighbors. I ain't mention the journal when I say wake up, get paper. Not talking about Kobe when they mention a Great Lake.
All right, we back with another episode of Unlabeled, the podcast. I got my good brother Montre Brown in the building. How you doing this week, brother?
I'm doing good, bro. Blessed.
Yeah,
like always.
Yeah, you back because you was on hiatus last week, so I had to introduce you first this week. I'm glad you're blessed, brother.
He came in late.
Nah. Oh yeah, that's right. You was late last week. My bad. I thought you wasn't here. I'm geek.
You're smoking, my nigga.
That's right. My bad, bro.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, I forgot you was here.
Trey. You know that, man.
Hey man, listen, man. It was a long night for me, brothers. Okay. Did I even say I'm your illustrious host, Jerome Williams? Yeah, I am your illustrious host. If I ain't said it, but since y'all want to correct me, we got my good brothers Blaze in the building. How you doing this week, brother?
You're good, man. Go Bucks. We no Giannis today, but we still got this.
I think your audio is on your AirPods, not your microphone.
Oh, okay. I said go Bucks, but we ready, man. We gonna win this game. No Giannis, but we good.
Okay, bet. Yeah, fix your audio over there, brother. But and I also have my good brother, new location. Good brother Cybersec. Good brother.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing this week, brother? Kendall, Washington is in the building. How you feeling?
Good, man. Still, as y'all can see, still got shit to move in or, arrange. But I'm in here.
You in there, brother. New home purchase. How's it feel, brother, to be a homeowner?
Man, like it's good, man. Like it still ain't settled in yet, but just glad to finally get this shit out the way.
Yeah.
And, took me a couple of years, but I'm here.
Yeah, man. That escrow waiting to close process could be a bit of a daunting wait, but yeah,
y'all in your business.
They did. Man. They come through everything with a fine tooth comb.
For real.
Yeah. Like, dude, I've been with this job 16 years. Man. I'm not going anywhere.
and then they be like, put something on that credit card. I dare you. I double dog dare you.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I did do that. And I'm glad they didn't look at that shit. They just once I sent the money, they were like, okay, never mind.
Yeah. That's what's up, bro. But yeah, I'm glad you in there, man. Leslie is not with us today. She has some prior engagement to attend to, but I hope my sister's having a wonderful Sunday. So you know what that means? That means this episode is gonna be dry as fuck. I'm just fucking with y'all. It's gonna be a good episode. We got a lot of topics to get to today. But first I want to start off with Shogun episode 4. I know the majority of us watch Shogun. I know, Kendall, you've been in the process of moving, so you probably ain't seen it yet. How did you feel about the last episode, Blaze? You said, "Oh man," first, so I'm gonna let you get your shit off.
Shit got real, man.
Shit got really real.
That was some of the goriest shit I ever seen. That did when they shot the cannons at them.
Man,
that shit was crazy. It was unexpected. I was like, "Whoa, what the fuck just happened?"
Yeah, I
definitely wasn't expecting that.
Not even close, man. Where's Tornado? Is that how you say his name, Tornado? Where's he at?
He left to go. He said he was going to do something. He got back on the boat. Like soon as they came out, they acknowledged him. He talked to the soldiers. Then he got back on the boat and left. Left his son there. But his son wilding.
Yeah, his son wilding. But did you think what his son did was appropriate? Tornado.
Hell no.
I did.
Nah,
bro. Listen,
nah.
I'm gonna tell you why I think what his son did was appropriate because what's the guy's name? His second in command that they introduced on the first episode. I think his name is Sugiyama.
Ain't that his brother?
No, I'm sorry. Actually, it's Kashigi Yuba. That's the dude. Remember the one that he was like, "Oh, I'm the reason why he won this battle. I saved his life." You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like he's playing both sides. He's like the little finger.
Right. He's trying
like
to be
right.
Yeah, he's like the little
trying
finger
to get his spot.
Yeah, he like the little finger of the series. And I think that everybody. I think that his son recognized that.
My nigga got a decanter.
But anyway, like I said, I feel like they recognized that, his son recognized that and was like, we got to do something about this ASAP. And I think that's why he went ahead and killed them soldiers.
But it sounded like he let homie send him off though. He ain't come up with that by himself, like, but he kind of listened to the buddy.
I was gonna say his you don't know what his dad told him what he need to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It might be that type of twist. You know what I mean?
Extreme. So, that was extreme.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Because his dad been too calm this whole time, and he's supposed to die. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He got plans.
One thing I'm enjoying about the series, I'm not sure if y'all picked up on it or not, but the way they handle culture and like how like the Japanese people are looking at the Europeans and the Portuguese like savages, and the Portuguese and vice versa. Like and it's all because it's a language barrier. You know what I mean? Like when they kept hitting at this, the European dude didn't want to take a bath.
A bath. Yeah.
he was like 2 baths in 1 week. What did he say? What did you want me to catch? So,
Yeah.
2 baths in 1 week is hysterical, man. But yeah. But back to the series.
They definitely highlight the cultural differences, and she always pointed out to him like, oh yeah, it's not good to do this, it's not good to do that.
Okay,
so you were learning at the same time like what's cool over there and what's not.
Yeah, are y'all buying the love the love interest between Toda and John Blackthorne? Okay,
so I missed a little part. I was distracted. So I thought the concubine went in there and had sex with him, but it was her.
Yeah, it was her. It was Toda. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was her. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, because he seemed like he was surprised too. He didn't even know.
Yeah. He I think it did catch him off guard, but I'm not buying the love. Like they hinted at it a few times in the series where you catch her gazing at him. You know what I mean? The tricks they play with the camera and the cinematography and whatever. But I was not feeling they love. I don't buy it. I feel like Toda got a angle that she's playing.
Oh, she definitely. I think when it all said and done, she gonna be the one pulling the strings on everything.
Because they keep hitting in flashbacks like she's some person of significance or whatnot.
She said she was.
Yeah, right. But they ain't said who she was yet. Because the show is heavily subtitled. So if you don't watch it more than once, you probably gonna miss some few things. Right. But I was trying to ask y'all, did y'all catch anywhere in the series where they actually hinted at who her family was or who she was?
She said she was from that her family name was important, and apparently I'm thinking like everybody got killed except her for some reason.
Right.
And she was left to fend for herself because she want revenge, you could tell. But she going about it real quietly.
Man, this is gonna be real interesting to see, man. But I can't wait for episode 5 tomorrow. Well, today, it's because this episode drops on Monday, so it'll be out tonight by the time this episode. Well, in the evening after this episode airs. But yeah, it's still
Sunday.
I thought it come on Monday. Or maybe on Hulu.
Well, like Wednesday. Well, Wednesday.
Okay, man. I'm geeked then. I thought because maybe it's like a lapse. I'm watching on Hulu. I know they don't always do stuff live. But anyway, whenever it drop, y'all just be looking for it. Yeah, don't listen.
Just find
the shit. I don't be having all my facts together. I don't be having all my facts together all the time, especially on shit like this. But it's still a great series. I thought after the first 2 episodes it was gonna kind of chug along. The 3rd episode was kind of like whatever, but the 4th episode was really good, and you could tell that some shit is about to crack now. So really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to the rest of the series, man. Any other thoughts on Shogun before we move on to our next topic, gentlemen?
Watch it. Just watch it. It's phenomenal.
Don't be scared to read, niggas.
Why you gotta say that?
Get away from your family to watch it, though.
Yeah, you definitely can't be distracted watching this series. That's one thing.
Man.
Absolutely not.
Get them kids the iPad. Y'all do it anyway.
Yeah, 100%.
Get them kids the iPad too.
Yeah, because it's because you gotta be engaged. If you're not engaged in this series, it's not something that you can watch and pass. And if you're gonna miss everything. So yeah, that's some great advice. Moving right along though, but let's talk about our good country of Haiti and the turmoil down there right now. For our listeners who are not familiar, it's a lot of gang violence going on in Haiti right now. It's pretty much a gang state They have basically taken over in the light of I think their prime minister stepped down. If I'm not correct.
Yeah, they forced him to step down.
Yeah, they forced him to step down. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to chicken or to barbecue.
Right.
They did what Trump tried to do.
Right. So it's like a bunch of civil unrest over there right now. It's actually a pretty sad situation. We all know that Haiti was fighting for its independence for a long time, and it had lack of support from the United States. I'll say that at some point, because originally John Adams, our president John Adams, actually supported Haiti and them trying to get their independence just like America. And then I think it was I can't remember which president was after him, but they changed their stance on Haiti and thought it was a bad idea for them to get their independence, because other countries who were slave-owning countries or countries that got their wealth due to slavery, if they decided to follow Haiti's footsteps, then America would lose they stronghold. You know what I mean? And it would be bad for America. But anyway, that was decades ago. Now we here, and we got all the civil unrest. America's tried to appoint a prime minister. They've had interest in Haiti over the last decade, the few decades, to get it under control and get it controlled by American governments, and they're going about it in a nasty way. Even the Biden administration, they're trying to keep it swept under the rug right now. They've approached other black countries to have them come to police Haiti, have a military force there, we don't have American soldiers, white soldiers pointing guns at Haitian citizens. They are over in Kenya right now trying to give Kenya's army a bag to come and police Haiti right now. It's pretty disgusting, man. But my thoughts and prayers out to Haiti. I don't know if my brother's got anything else to add on there. It's a pretty disgusting situation.
I just want to know what happened to all them white celebrities that was fundraising and championing Haiti a couple years ago. They gave up.
They flying them out of Haiti.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, America been sending planes to for Americans and flying them out of Haiti. But yeah, like I think that it's kind of like how they treated the whole situation that was going on in Libya with Gaddafi. I think we don't necessarily get all the information, and I think that's probably what's going on with a place like Haiti because of their independence. And Prime Minister Ariel Henry, he was accused of crippling Haiti's economy through extortion and blocking port terminals. So that was the reason why people like Jimmy Cherizier, I think that's how you pronounce his name. He's the police officer turned gang leader that's kind of running things right now over there, and he was the one that kind of was paramount in getting Henry to step down. So he was pretty much also criticized for failing to contain violence and lead the country to new elections. So it sounds like he was probably doing some sort of not like saying it was necessarily a dictatorship, but he was probably staying longer than usual, and maybe probably some level of corruption at some point. I don't know that part because I haven't really studied the relationships that are going on right now.
You talking about the current prime minister that they just
the current prime minister that had to step down.
Yeah,
right.
he wasn't voted in by the people. He was there for over 30, I think they said 30 months, which is unconstitutional as well, due to I guess Haiti's constitution. So, but continue, brother.
Right, and this is the whole point of Jimmy Cherizier's whole point of overthrowing this guy, because he's basically saying we want the people to pick the next prime minister. But the problem is how much control is this guy gonna have? Is he just really just gonna step down after things get to the point of what he likes? You know what I mean? And that's really where you don't know, because once people get power, you don't know which way they're gonna go, and obviously some of the people are really behind him in certain cases. So it's just interesting to see, and I'm wondering, like I said, what's the true story and like what's really going on in certain areas of Port-au-Prince, which is the city. So just looking forward to learning more, and I'm definitely going to jump into this and research a little bit more myself, just so I can have more information on it.
Yeah, definitely. Because like I said, somebody brought it to my attention because I kind of wasn't tracking all the stuff that's going on in Haiti. Like I said, I know a few of the historic ramifications that led up to this, but it's just sad, man, that we can't come to some resolution down there in that country. Like, we just had those horrible earthquakes. Was it 2010?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like I said, just thoughts and prayers, man, because it's a very bad situation down there currently. Yeah, and I don't have any relations. I don't have any family or anything down there, but I can only imagine what some of the people going through. And I've seen that Puerto Rico was actually deporting Haitian refugees. They're turning them right back around, and they not feeding some of them. Yeah, they've been in Puerto Rico for 2 or 3 days and without food, like detained without food and water and stuff, man. And it's a real bad situation, man. So, like I said, thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, and hopefully Cherizier is, just genuine in what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Because there were some things that happened like 2018, the slums of Lake Saline, where 71 people were killed, and there were like 7 women were raped, and there were more than 400 houses destroyed, and they were basically saying that he had something to do with that. But he denies all those allegations. That's according to the United Nations. So, like I said, I just hope the dude is really genuine, because he's likening himself to like Malcolm X, and a couple Haitian revolutionaries as well as Che Guevara over there in Cuba. And like I said, I just hope that he's really genuine in that, and it is just really for all the people, and not, because he did bring gangs together, so I will salute that, but I just don't know if it's for the wrong reasons. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? That's the part where I really want to learn more about. So
yeah, and something that just came across our desk this morning. Have y'all seen Trump's Bloodbath comments? Oh, actually, you know what? Before we get off the Haiti, the Haiti thing, let me play this, because this is this is what I was talking about Biden administration going over to Kenya and getting and trying to recruit Kenyan's forces to go over and intervene with the situation in Haiti. Let me pull this up. I'm sorry, y'all.
Less direct corporate interests. I think in the short term, the Biden administration wants to keep a lid on Haiti so they're not blamed for anything happening in Haiti during an election year. I think in the long term, it's what you already alluded to. It's that Haiti had the bad example of being a free country in a world run by slave-owning powers. If today, it's basically the same type of thing. If Haitian voters were allowed to elect the people they wanted to, they would elect strong, progressive leaders who would go challenge the international order, of which Haiti has the very short end, and of which we in America have the long end. I mean, to a large extent, the prosperity that you, and so many other Americans enjoy is to a large part based on our ability to exploit less powerful countries. And if we're not able to do that, it is going to affect our lifestyle. And when Haiti did elect a strong progressive president in 2000, he did challenge the United States. He went to the UN and gave speeches about the international economic order. He made a demand for reparations on France. And because of that, the US and France got together and they literally kidnapped him, because we can't accept that Haiti be a bad example of liberation. If Haiti's, and this is exactly what Thomas Jefferson said back in 1802, and it's still the case, there's a fear that if Haiti's allowed to be an example of sovereignty, then other countries are going to demand that too. And there'll be a domino effect, and pretty soon that will, in fact, challenge our preeminent place in the world.
All right. So
All right, so on to the Donald Trump's bloodbath topic. For everybody who's under a rock, it's been a major uproar, like in the last 2 hours, of Donald Trump news outlets saying that Donald Trump said if he don't get elected, it'll be a bloodbath. What were y'all thoughts, gentlemen, when y'all heard this come across?
Verbal diarrhea.
Yeah, of course, that too. But I hate how they'll take a clip or a sound bite and just put it out there because they know what it's gonna do. But you gotta, in context, he wasn't talking about an actual bloodbath. He was talking about like the auto companies and the auto workers, and it's crazy, man, because nobody cares about that.
Yeah, nobody cares about the context at all. To Blaze's point, I don't like it because Trump says enough bad stuff where we don't have to lie on him.
Yeah, you don't gotta do that. He's saying enough stupid shit.
Yeah, and to me, the context of this conversation, I didn't think it was fair to him at all. Let's just tell the truth. Like y'all know me, like I said, I'm not for the guy at all. I'll bash Trump at any waking moment if I have to. But
hater, dog.
But this is 100%. But this is bad journalism. This is bad reporting. I didn't agree with this shit at all because this is the reason why
it's dangerous journalism.
Yeah, right. And this is the reason why a lot of conservatives look at us and be like, "Oh, the liberal side, they doing fake news and they you know what I mean? They lying." And this was
they doing fake news, Fox News.
Right. Which hey, look, like what I said. I said it this morning. Fox News, they one of the biggest lying news outlets out there. I'm talking about the conservatives in general. But yeah, this is why they look at liberal news and be like, "Oh, they liars." And typically, I guess historically, I won't say typically, but I guess the liberal class was supposed to be looked at as more like a moral, a moral group. You know what I mean? And we kind of getting away from that. And I ain't like this, and I didn't think this was called for at all. I thought that was completely foul. I'm gonna play the clip so y'all can get the whole conversation in context, and then we can move on. I'll get Kendall's input on this right here. Hit him, rewind this. My bad, y'all.
Mexico has taken over a period of 30 years. 34% of the automobile manufacturing business in our country, think of it, went to Mexico. China now is building a couple of massive plants where they're going to build the cars in Mexico and they think that they're going to sell those cars into the United States with no tax at the border. Let me tell you something to China. If you're listening, President Xi, and you and I are friends, but he understands the way I deal, those big monster car manufacturing plants that you're building in Mexico right now, and you think you're going to get that, you're going to not hire Americans, and you're going to sell the cars to us. Now, we're going to put a 100% tariff on every single car that comes across the line, and you're not going to be able to sell those cars. If I get elected, now, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole, that's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country. That'll be the least of it. But they're not going to sell those cars. They're building massive factories. A friend of mine.
And that was pretty much the end of the clip. But yeah, like Kendall said, verbal diarrhea.
Just to take that out of everything that he said, though, that's
crazy.
Right. Because I thought what he was saying was, I mean, if it's true, I don't know what China's doing in Mexico, if they're building car factories or manufacturers or not. I don't know if y'all got any more any insight on that. But if it's true, I think it was fair what he said.
And he's definitely not going to tax 100% on tariffs. That's a lie.
We know that's a lie.
Well, absolutely not. He doesn't care about the car industry or any of that shit. He cares about big business CEOs. You got
to get them United Auto Workers to endorse them. That's all.
You don't give a damn about that shit.
Yeah, man. So yeah, but like I said, we got to stop the lies, man. Like we got to.
It's crazy because
that's never going anywhere though. So I mean that's right. They've been doing that forever. I mean this is the same reason why Barack Obama had to stop going to that church with Reverend Wright, because of his rhetoric that he spewed. It had nothing to do with him, but they still lambasted him for that, and he had to leave that church as a result. So they're always going to do that. That's never going to change.
Yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate. It's nasty work, fam. Because like I said, it's stuff. Like I don't think do they not think that American citizens are savvy enough to like be like, hey, okay,
yes, they do.
You would be surprised that.
But because it's been working forever, that's why they think that. Niggas are just now focusing. So,
but I just think like how dangerous that is. Motherfuckers who don't even care about the context or what about what he actually said, they hear that and be like, yeah, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like this motherfucker.
Look who was reposting it though. It was like celebrity media outlet people. You know what I mean? Persons like really posting that clip. Like D.L. Hughley posted that clip, and he posts a lot of you know what I mean. He posts a lot of media what's going on in the government, just anything. You know what I mean? And he has a lot of followers, but. Like he posted that clip. It was a lot of celebrities like just posting that clip. And I was like, that's wild that y'all not even watching the whole video to get context. That's crazy.
Celebrities don't pay attention to politics.
Right.
They're rich.
Mm-hmm. I know.
But yeah, we got to stop this discussion.
That's why it's crazy to believe in them and take their rhetoric like, Candace is smart. And she's not.
Do you want to get into any of that at all since we're on the Trump topic? Like,
no, I'm just talking about that's why she's propped up as some purveyor of speech, where she knows what she's talking about. And a lot of that shit is just untrue.
Mm-hmm.
She's very low hanging fruit.
Do people think that?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's why, now it's starting to shift. The white audience that she's generally has is starting to switch back over because of the stuff that she's now trying to rebrand herself into this whole the Jew stuff and
I
Now,
think she just say salacious shit. So I mean,
for sure, no doubt. But I'm just saying,
think she's super intelligent.
It's more, but I'm saying it's more controlled now. Like she's trying to like make sure that she fits in a certain, like kind of like what OJ did. It was all about, no, I don't get into those political things. I'm not into that or any of that kind of stuff.
I'm not black. I'm OJ.
I'm not, all that. What are these niggers doing in Brentwood? All that kind of stuff.
Hey, Kendall, we live on multiple networks.
I'm saying that's what he said. I'm sorry. But that's my whole point. And now Candace is on a similar plane now. Now she's trying to shift a little bit over to the black audience and start hopping on their podcasts and things of that nature. She's gonna do more of this shit, but she's not really there to like talk about actual issues. It's more so to gaslight fat women, or big women, whatever you want to call it, gay people, trans, that's the hot button topics that she knows. Some of the black,
conservatives, black conservatives,
but as far as what they believe are the problems of today, the trans stuff, they're making our kids, they're making our little boys turn into girls and giving them purses and like, that kind of, the schools are teaching it, that those are all hot button topics, and that's what she'll run with because she knows that generates clicks, that generates money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she definitely. I definitely watched the whole Joe Budden interview with her. Well, not the whole entire thing. I got like 20 minutes left, but the majority of it I was watching, and she was lying straight through her teeth, and it was disgusting. She was spinning shit. Like, one of the things I thought was extremely disgusting. If y'all are not familiar with who we talking about Candace Owens. But yeah, she just recently did a Patreon episode of Joe Budden podcast, and she went on there and she was talking about how that, I guess when the NAACP came to her defense because she was being called racist. She had a phone call that had racist threats, and she was being called the N-word. I'm going to make her my slave, so to speak. And these are all quotes and paraphrasing. So just but she went to talking about that, how the NAACP made her a puppet. She didn't ask for that, and it was only because one of the kids that were calling her names, I believe, was the governor's son or the mayor's sons of the town she lived in. So the NAACP came to her defense. She said they never talked to her. But the crazy thing I found out about, the crazy thing that I thought in the interview is when she spoke about this, she was talking about how she had empathy for her friend was one of the kids that called her the N-word and all out of her name and everything like this. But she doesn't have enough empathy to understand that, hey, America's food system is poisonous, and we got food deserts in the ghetto and shit. So that's how you get certain overweight people, you know what I mean? But she's just bashing overweight people, talking about how unhealthy it is. And then she went to the other side of the spectrum where anorexia is also a sickness. But it was just disgusting. She was spinning a lot of stuff out. And at the end of the day, what I took from that interview was that she 100% has no empathy. Everything she does is for her own self-righteousness and all that type of stuff. It was disgusting, fam. So like, in her own interest. I can't rock with her. I'm sorry. And I try to like this woman too, because I agree with some of the things she says, but but it's like she says one good thing for every 6 lies she tells.
Exactly.
Like, yeah,
and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's where she's a genius at. She's not stupid. You know what I'm saying? I'm never doing that.
Right.
But the level of ignorance behind how she tries to act like she doesn't know what she's saying. It's kind of like the dumb blind shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though they are dumb a lot of times and they really don't know what they're saying, but she uses that as a way to mask it as if, I'm just saying this and this is coming from me. Like, no, you know what you're saying. It's controlled.
Yeah,
she's smart. I mean, you talked all that Jewish stuff and Jews are this and that, but your CEO of the Daily Wire where you work is Jewish, and he told you yourself. He told her on Twitter, if you have these problems, quit. But she's making millions of dollars over there, so she's not going anywhere. Right. Shut your mouth and be quiet. That's what he told her.
Hey, we reached a new level of shame on this podcast too. Kendall just shamed blind people.
I'm just saying the dumb blind rhetoric.
I know you. I'm messing with you, bro.
I have an affinity for blondes.
Well, nothing wrong with that. I'm just talking about the rhetoric behind their hair color. It's usually the dumb blind.
No, we know.
Ain't nothing wrong with the blonds. Do your thing.
They gonna take that clip and say, Kendall, hey,
and please take it. Take my clips.
They gonna Trump you, dog.
That's fine. And please follow me at King Me Black. please
on Twitter.
Please come to me and be ready.
While we on politics, man, Bernie Sanders, our good brother Bernie Sanders has proposing a 4-day work week.
Let's get it.
Yeah,
yes.
so Bernie Sanders introduced new legislation on Wednesday calling for a 32-hour work week in the U.S., which would see workers earn the same as they would during a 40-hour work week. The bill, titled the 32-Hour Work Week Act, calls for an amendment of the standard 40-hour work week introduced in 1938, and you would still make the equivalent of working a full 40-hour week. So under the under the proposal, those who exceed 8 hours a day would get overtime, pay at time and a half, and those who work longer than 12 hours a day would receive double their normal pay. So it been some pushback for this, but California got a sister bill, and a couple other states, but a lot of the opposition saying that it's gonna hurt small businesses and people that's already got small profit margin lines. So what y'all think about that, man? As because for me as a small business owner, I only got 2 full-time employees, so I don't know if it would affect me that drastically because most of my employees part-time. But I could see a lot of small businesses out here suffer from that.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Yeah, I was gonna ask you as a small business owner because I was saying I can't really see it because all I think was you would just schedule around it. You know what I mean? And it would eventually become the new normal. Because I think the 5-day work week is nasty.
I think we heading towards that regardless.
Mm-hmm.
With as far as AI and automation and stuff, like people not gonna be working 40 hours a week.
No, it's not gonna happen.
But the only difference is I don't see wages continuing to be paid at 40. You gonna get paid for the 20 hours you work or the 25 hours you work, and then the computer's gonna do the rest.
I don't know, man.
I think we're heading in that direction.
Yeah, I just know it's other countries that do 4-day work weeks, and
it's European countries that do. There's I believe Australia and let me see, it's another couple.
Yeah,
go ahead. I think they kind of use that as an excuse because, like, to try to scare, like a scare tactic, also, like, oh, small businesses are going to be affected. Okay, well, how about they continue to do what they do in their small business realm, like whatever it's their business, so they can set whatever time frames they want, right? You can say, hey, this is my business. You know, we want to work 5 days a week, but as far as like a corporate,
so the thing is with that is so anything over 32 hours, if you those next 8 hours you'd be getting paid time and a half, which will cost the business owner. And they saying it's either that or hire more people, and it's hard. It's just hard to hire people out here now. So that's what they say as far as small businesses.
Right, absolutely, because like it would definitely we get paid directly from the state, so we contract through the state. You know what I mean? So like even I have like 30 employees right now, and ones that work Monday through Friday, it's normally 7-hour shifts. Monday through Friday, we don't go over 35 hours. And that's because for that certain position that they fill in, the state won't pay anything over 7 hours a day for it. You know what I mean? So like going to a 4-day, there's ways we can work around that as a small business. You know what I mean? The client that they working with I might have 2 staff with them that week, and they just splitting those. You know what I mean? So there's ways to work around stuff like that. But my field is also different.
Right. And I mean, and even if it does affect small business, if you do the first year or whatever, then readjust it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't want economies to fall, but results, do show that, according to the World Economic Forum, higher self-perceived health status, reduced levels of stress, less tired, and most people that were under 4-day work weeks feel happier and more personally satisfied. So when you have those types of workers, they're more susceptible to doing work. They're more susceptible to coming in and committing to, because you're giving them some perks and they want to come in and actually they don't feel a certain way about the job because they have those 3-day weekends, things like that. You work with the customer. Work with the employee sometimes. And I'm just talking about from a corporate standpoint, if it's going to affect small business, because that's not what we want. We want the small businesses to succeed because it all helps the American economy.
Right, and I really can't see this being a big negative either, because I think people, especially people who used to working a 4-hour work week, until it become the normal, I definitely think that the people that used to working, that you would see a huge boost in their productivity.
Right, just like we saw with the work from home thing, over COVID, right? We saw that most people that had to work from home, it didn't really affect business. It either was the same or it went up. as far as some of the businesses that were under those different tests. Also, a good thing about 4-day work weeks is the drop in commuting, right? Which would also lead to reduction in nitrogen dioxide emissions and improved air quality. You know what I'm saying? So it also will help the environment as well, to an extent. I'm not saying, we still got plenty of work to do, but there's benefits to a 4-day work week. You know what I'm saying? So instead of looking at it as because I think the problem is a lot of corporate entities just don't want to see that. Some corporate entities just want people to work, you know what I'm saying, just for the hell of it. Just like they were mad about people working from home, right? Like, why are you angry about that? Like, what's wrong with that? So I think that's what the major problem is. Corporate entities are trying to be under control like they always are.
Yeah, I think big companies can make it work. I think it's just the smaller companies that I'm concerned about.
Right, but why won't the big companies do it? You know what I'm saying? That's my point.
Because they don't want to.
Exactly.
I know down here in Austin, man, when I was contracting, I would go into several tech companies, and they were already on a basically 32-hour work week. They would work basically Monday through Thursday, and Friday was like a half day option for most people. You know what I mean? So, and I saw the level of, I won't say just like, I would come in the office, they would be playing ping pong. I'll just put it like that. Cats was riding around on skateboards through these office buildings and like leaving early on Friday. And it was like a ghost town out there on Fridays. Friday is my favorite day to contract and do installs and stuff. So because the traffic would, like to Kendall's point, traffic would be non-existent on Fridays, especially after a certain time. So honestly, I don't see this
for a place like Texas,
right. I don't see this being nothing but a positive. So, I would like to see it implemented in this country, man, because I feel like that's all we do is work. Like,
and it would go a long way for the U.S. citizen, especially someone who has a high stress job. Yeah. That would go a long way.
Well, yeah.
Man. So while we kind of on the topic, I wanted to ask y'all what y'all think about. It seemed like a lot of companies now, say a third of big businesses is for people working at home. They putting cameras to monitor their productivity. Yeah. What y'all think about that? Because I know
that's nasty.
Yeah. Okay. It's actually legal.
I know it's legal, but that's disgusting.
That's probably associated with that damn Patriot Act.
Yeah, putting like that. That's bro. That's like, I can't even explain it. Like, you don't even got that many eyes on you. If you go into an office building, you don't even got that many eyes on you. You know what I mean? So to put it, somebody was about to say something. It could give a misguided picture of employees' real work, especially if the cameras are introduced despite already appropriate productivity and work completion. Right.
So, I don't know. I think it's making it easier for companies to let you go for bullshit.
Yeah. Right. I'm gonna keep it a buck. If I was working for a corporation, and they want to put a camera on me, I quit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be as simple as that. I'm not being micromanaged to that level. If you don't trust my productivity, or if my productivity doesn't speak for itself, and you don't trust me as an employee, I don't need to work for you. It's as simple as that.
What I think is going to happen is, millennials and up, and some millennials, because a lot of that's changing as well. We're used to that for the 40-day work week. We're used to certain levels of how work is. But these younger people, they will quit for anything. Like, they don't. Like, I mentor a lot of young people, at the current company that I'm at, and I know plenty that left just because we had to return to work. They were like, no, like, I'm not, I'll just go work for somewhere else. Yeah. I mean, and that's what's going to have to change. It's the people that are going to have to change it and say, no, I'm not doing this shit. And I think as we progress, like I said, the younger generation in certain contexts, they'll try to voice those types of things and help change that. I think that's what's probably going to happen, because these companies, they have too much control. What's the point of putting a camera on somebody? What's the real reason behind that, other than you just trying to
micromanage? That's it.
Be intrusive. Exactly.
Be intrusive, right.
And that's what I mean by the 40-day work week. That's why they want to keep it that way. They love to be able to be over you. Mm-hmm. That's really the major thing to me. That's my opinion and how I look at it. It's really just all power tripping, really.
Now, one of our listeners just said that a 40-hour work week means you won't get full benefits because you aren't you're not a full-time employee. But if I'm not mistaken, this is replacing the full-time work week, correct?
Right. Yeah, it will still be benefits.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was the proposed bill is that it will still be. This would be considered the new full-time work schedule. It's 32-hour work week. So, yeah. But of course, but okay. But man, okay. Did you want to move on to the next topic, the Boeing whistleblower?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So yeah, there was a article out of NPR about, because we've been seeing a lot of stuff that's been going on with the Boeing planes. There was a tire or it fell off as soon as they took off and destroyed some cars. What was the other thing that happened? There was like an emergency landing that had to take place, I think, in North Carolina. So we've been seeing a lot of those, but there was a interesting article about a whistleblower who was recently killed, and he used to work for Boeing. So police in Charleston, South Carolina, are investigating the death of John Barrett, who was a former control manager and became a whistleblower when it went public, that he had concerns about safety issues in the company's commercial airplanes. So his body was found in a vehicle in the Holiday Inn parked in Charleston last Saturday, according to police. A day earlier, he testified in a deposition related to a string of problems he said he identified at Boeing's plant, where he once helped inspect over just under 800 Dreamliner aircrafts before delivering to customers. So he was pretty much on the quality side of things, and basically gave the stamp of approval before releasing it to the public. And part of his team. The Office of Charleston County Coroner Bobby Joe O'Neill said that Barrett had been living in his home state of Louisiana after retiring from Boeing from quote, what appears to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Yeah, they saying he's self-transition, man, which is
I'm not laughing at that. I just think that's some bullshit.
It's crazy just how they just play in our face like that, man.
According to Barrett's lawyers, he was in the middle of giving a deposition testimony for the retaliation case when he died. They also added he was, quote, in very good spirits and really looking forward to putting this phase out of his life behind him and moving on. They also added, we didn't see any indication that he would take his own life, and no one can believe it. Police also said that officers were sent to the hotel to conduct a welfare check after people were unable to contact him. So they basically went there and, found him inside the vehicle with the gunshot wound, basically. And he was pronounced dead on the scene. The Charleston police also said the detectives are actively investigating the case and are awaiting a formal cause of death as they try to determine what the circumstances. He also worked, he was with Boeing for decades, and he also declined that he basically was making claims that the manufacturing practices had declined, and that he also added that managers had pressured him and workers not to document potential defects and problems with those jets. He also accused the company of adopting a culture that prioritized raw numbers and profits over the quality of the actual planes for passenger safety. He
prioritized speed over public safety
and money. Correct. He also filed a whistleblower complaint against Boeing in early 2007. That's pretty much when the case was going to start. I think it was started in 2019 and it's been going ever since, if I'm not mistaken, or 2020. Boeing released a statement to NPR saying, we're saddened by Mr. Barrett's passing and our thoughts are with his family and friends, unquote.
That's disgusting, fam.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, man.
What do y'all think about that? Y'all think he killed himself?
Man, we know goddamn well.
Come on, man.
We know damn well he did. And,
come on, man. Come on, bro.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people don't like to believe in certain conspiracies and everything, but
I don't even think it's a conspiracy. Like
it's right there. But it is a conspiracy because we're propagating what we think, but it's not said. But correct, I agree with you 100%, Blaze. Yeah. Go ahead, Jerome. My bad.
I was just gonna say because when going back to the Haiti situation, right? Like France and the U.S. actually kidnapped one of the presidents of Haiti, the actual elected officials in Haiti before, and it's documented. Right. Y'all can do your research. So when y'all don't believe that that people are capable of this type of stuff, they are 100% capable of these type of things. And like I said, I don't believe this man self-transitioned at all. I definitely believe it was some foul play.
And we've talked about this before, in the past, and also I think last week you touched on it as well. As far as the lobbying, that's the problem with having these big companies that have so much power over these politicians because they pay these people off. You know what I'm saying? And this is why the checks and balances have to happen. This is the point of protest. This is the point of people getting involved in politics because, again, government will do what the hell they want to do. You know what I'm saying? And especially now that they're in sync with businesses and corporations because they get paid so much money. we are the only people that are going to hold these types of things accountable. And that's the issue with these organizations. They'll just kill off people that, this is my thought. They'll just kill off people that are raising hell when they shouldn't. Just like how they did with Julian Assange. He had to run around here, because of the WikiLeaks and all that kind of stuff. So, that's what takes place. Obviously he must have been saying some type of truth if he has to be on the run.
Facts. So.
And we know like the fuck shit these airline companies have been on for a long, pretty much since 9/11. Like it's been a whole different thing with them. And
and also because of COVID, right? Because they want to make the money back that they lost, for that time period. So that's why again, this is my thought. Why I think that they were pushing out those Boeings. Who cares? Just let's get them out. Let's get them out there. We need to make some money because of that greed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the stuff he was saying though, like they just don't give a fuck. They were saying like to justify them cutting costs and saying like it's okay if we have an accident here or there. Like, I'm serious, like no bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Saying,
no, that's why I'm laughing. You're right.
Like it might be an accident here or there, but it cutting costs on the back end up here.
Yeah, basically, a few citizens can die or be hurt. Who cares? That's basically and that's what I'm saying. Like, we people should not be looked at as the problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're just here paying for your services, right? We want to get on the plane. We want to, that's what we're paying for. Like, why do we have to be demeaned for that problem? It's just like corporations when you work for, and they're telling you shit like, well, you're the employee and you cost the most money. It's not the business itself. Like, okay, but I work for you. So why would you demean me for that? Like, I'm not the reason that you have to pay for this stuff. This has to come apart with the benefits and things like that with the company that I work for if I put in that work. Mm-hmm. And it's just crazy that you look at the citizen as if he or she is the problem.
And can you imagine how many other companies take shortcuts and put safety, put profit before safety? Like, this is disgusting, fam. Like
the food industry, like you're talking about, right? They put chemicals and shit just to get it to last on the shelf longer. But sorry if you get cancer.
Yeah. And what Kellogg's CEO said a couple weeks ago, distressed consumers should eat cereal for dinner.
Cereal.
Yeah, that's wild, fam. Like,
we don't give a shit.
If you leaking, just more cereal is cheaper.
Right. Go get a box of
he was dead ass though.
Right, he was dead ass. Go get some Kellogg's cornflakes, fam.
He was dead ass. And when y'all get the cereal is not just a breakfast food. That's what he said.
Yeah. And when y'all get some time, and I'm talking to the audience, go back to the 2020 time period. Go back to around COVID and just pull up YouTube clips of what CEOs were saying. And just just all types of disregard. You know what I'm saying for people. It's crazy.
Well, yes, it was actually absolutely.
Bottom line, dog. Bottom line.
I gotta stop recording over here, but anyway, let's move on to some lighter topics. Did y'all see Kanye West attacking Kai Cenat for the way his clothes?
I saw what was going, but I didn't really pull. Like what was that?
So,
what was that about?
I just saw the shit he put on Twitter. Kai put on Twitter.
Yeah. So Kai Cenat, he was trying on. He ordered some clothes off from the $20 Yeezy website. Kanye West's only website with his official merch on there. And Kanye West has only 3 sizes. Every article of clothing he sells, I believe it's only 3 sizes for it. It's like a 1, 2, and a 3. And so you have to be somewhere in between to fit these articles of clothing that he's selling. So I don't know what size Kai Cenat ordered, but apparently it was too big. And we put him on.
Kai Cenat is a little dude.
Yeah, he's a little dude. So
he is very little. I saw that at the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Like, damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so ordered a pair of pants and tried them on a live stream, and he put them up and he was screaming that they didn't fit because they fell right off of him. So he screamed
like they was like 5. They was like 5 sizes too big.
Yeah, it
was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. So I don't know if he got the right size, the wrong size, or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, it's $20, fam. Like, this is a man trying to rebuild his brand and start from the scratch. And he's selling, which can be deemed either dope or trash clothing, whatever you want to consider. But he's trying to rebuild, and he's trying to provide the consumer some value for even 20. Like, even his music, he said he's going to sell on his website for $20. So I thought it was hysterical. Do y'all give any credence to Kanye West saying because of his opinion of his clothes and a piece of article that he received? Y'all give any credence to Kanye West saying that he was a plant? That he's basically
not necessarily a plan. I mean, I can see him hitting them up like, hey man, don't be clowning my shit on your streams, because Kai do got a lot of a big following.
Yeah,
but all that plant and all of this shit, that's that's yay being yay.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think he's a plant, but I do know historically, and I'm not gonna call it say Hollywood, but the powers that be in entertainment tend to like Black artists that perpetuate buffoonery. And I'm not saying that Kai is a buffoon or nothing like that, but I'm just saying some of the antics and some of the things that are on his show are necessary. I'm not looking for him to be a progressive. This is Twitch. This is him as a gamer. He's got doing his thing. Mm-hmm. But there are some things that are questionable, because you got to think about it. You got kids that watch your show for the most part. So having these types of women and things like that, and I just saw that recent one with Drewski, and he was eyeing some woman, or I don't know if that was whatever that was going on with that. Like, those just aren't things necessarily for the children. That's just in my estimation. Of course, they still going to find that content regardless. But I think that there are some levels of promotion of certain caricatures or whatever you want, personalities for our people in certain regards. Mm-hmm. And I think that's how the whole, how the fuck did this entertainer become some Black speaker? You see what I'm saying? Like a Stephen A. Or a Charlemagne the God. Not coming at them or any kind of way, but I'm saying, why are the entertainers somehow looked at as these? You know what I'm saying? So I'm drifting, but that's my whole point. That's how they become that, in my estimation.
Mm-hmm. It is a slippery slope, and like I said, they do like us to color inside the lines and agree with certain things. To me, like I'm drifting too, because you brought up Stephen A. Smith, like, and Charlemagne. They try to act like they these Black figureheads and that they want the progressing for Blacks, and clearly y'all like bought and paid for it. Like, all y'all interests align with some corporate interest, so y'all full of shit. To just to your point, so I will attack them, because I don't like whatever. I don't owe nobody shit. Fuck Stephen A. Smith and Charlemagne the God.
Oh, no problem. I just was basically, I just didn't want to drift into that.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go too far into that.
As far as the points that they make in certain regard, you should have more. You should have more experience on that before you just start saying that stuff, because people really look to you for some level of, what does he know? You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You're a celebrity, but you do need to watch certain things and how you say it, because some people will take certain things a certain way.
100%. It's but back on the Kai Cenat thing, I understood where Ye was coming from, because Ye's fight with corporate America, so he's fighting all these different corporations and everything, and he's doing what most Black Americans would like to do. He's starting from like grassroots, and he's doing everything on his own once again. You know what I mean? After all these fights and struggles we've seen with entertainment industry, with the clothing industry, everything. You know what I mean? So for Kai to get on there and try to bash that, I can see where Ye would kind of take that kind of personal.
Can we acknowledge that even with all the adversity and everything, it's self-inflicted as it is, that he still wins? Like, the music #1, the clothes selling out, like he's whatever he's going through, he's still coming out on top, and he telling you about it every chance he gets.
The reason I think that is because Kanye West is like, for people who have low self-esteem, or people, I want to say low self-esteem, for people who all of the time didn't believe themselves, Kanye West has a way of making you believe in yourself. It's almost like hearing a war cry. Like, if you at war, or like for my military people, if you hear somebody singing cadence and all type of stuff, where you hear soldiers marching in unison, Kanye West has a way of galvanizing people in that fashion. You know what I mean? So I think that's the reason why he's able to win the majority of these battles like that. You know what I mean? Because we've seen him ostracized publicly, even when what he was saying was 100% right. Even when even the stuff that he says that you don't agree with. Because a lot of that comes from a personal place, like the slavery was a choice, and the Make America Great Again, him going against that if you know Kanye West, White Lives Matter. If you know Kanye West, a lot of that stuff is coming from a battle that he has either with a politician or something personal. I got a conspiracy about the whole Jewish situation and revolving around Drake, and not so much being solely about the entertainment industry. You know what I mean? But anyway, I'll say that for a later topic. But But yeah, I think, but more so him being
Talk
able to
about a
galvanize
plan.
people. Yeah, right. But I believe that's why
I'm just kidding, Drake stands. Relax,
yeah.
settle down.
But I believe that's why he always comes out on top of these things. But anyway, moving on. Go ahead.
And I also commend the nigga for selling shit for $20. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That shit, because that was my main reason. I don't own really any Ye clothing, but it wasn't like no actual like campaign against the nigga. It was just I'm not paying $300. You know what I'm saying for whatever. But I like that. I like that. You know what I'm saying? Let me make some affordable shit. You know, like because I used to feel about them damn jogging pants like how the fuck did the jogging pants start getting expensive?
Yeah.
You're gonna get 10 of them hoes at TJ Maxx. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm gonna tell you it's a couple reasons why that happened. There's a couple reasons why. Like number one, you got to blame the resale market and all these hype beasts out here with these clothing brands, and the resale is the reason why stuff got so expensive. Like shoes, like I couldn't even buy a pair of Yeezys for retail. I've never paid retail for a pair of Yeezys. I've always paid upwards of $300 for a Yeezy, and most of them sold for $250. That's number one. But it's also the corporations creating false scarcity. So Kanye West, when he initially started making shoes, he said he wanted the Adidas Yeezy to cost $20. That was what he said. Now me and you both know that this corporation is not going to allow this to happen. But imagine if they would have just mass produced them and allowed them to cost $20 with all the fanfare surrounding Ye, they would have still sold out. They would have still been on resale market for $100, even if you were selling them at $20.
They like to create scarcity.
Yeah. So that had nothing to do with Ye personally. Like, cause he's been saying this for the last 10, 12 years. You know what I mean? That he wanted his stuff to sell for $20 when he first started having his battles with the clothing industry. You know what I mean? So yeah, but yeah, y'all got anything to say?
I'm just saying. I mean,
I'm with you.
Just know that there are some other things that were just expensive that I just wasn't gonna pay for that shit.
Yeah,
like, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? But I like the fact that, like I said, okay, let me make this shit affordable for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, he's got a huge following. So, right. I mean, he's going to make money regardless. Right. And I mean, that's where we're at today. Now it's more, who do you fuck with? You know what I'm saying? Like, whose side you on? That kind of thing.
Yeah. But I'm definitely with you on the $20 shit. Like, I don't rock with the clothes. They're not my speed, like, for the way I dress. I can see younger people wearing a lot of this stuff. But when
because that's who it's really for, right?
Right.
I mean,
that's a fact.
This ain't for us.
No, it ain't for us.
We're fucking 40.
But I'm gonna tell you this: when that music drop,
no doubt. I mean, he's a grown man
immediately. Yeah.
Right. He making music for everybody in that context. But I'm just talking about the clothes and that the young people gonna promote it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's where the change is. That's why you got these Louis and all these other. These are the designers now with tennis shoes, style tennis shoes now. It used to be straight,
Nike,
casual shoe all day, every day. Now it's tennis shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's because of the young people.
And Adidas is doing another Yeezy run right now, so they getting their money too.
Yeah, they selling the fake Yeezy. I listen. If it didn't drop while he was in quote unquote power at Adidas or has some influence on Adidas, I'm not rocking it. Like I'm only wearing.
Well, remember they was initially saying they only had back stock. Warehouse stock, but now they coming out with whole new colorways. Yeah. He said he ain't even approved.
Right.
Somebody need to fill in the blanks there.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago too. If you weren't following that, like Adidas started making unapproved colorways 2 years ago, and that was part of the his fuck Adidas campaign. Like he was like, I didn't approve these colorways, so why are y'all dropping these? Like that was the whole thing. Like, you know what I mean? They got greedy, fam. Like, you know what I mean? Like everything that they was doing up until that point was they was approved. But once Kanye West started getting a little quote unquote mentally ill, that was when they started taking it upon themselves to start creating all these new colorways and stuff. And that was some of his fight with Adidas, you know what I mean? And because these colorways been around, they just couldn't sell them because of the anti-Semitism that he was doing. And now that he's apologized, and Adidas, now they send you a tag. If you order a pair of Adidas from Yeezy, they send a tag saying, hey, we support a portion of your purchase will be donated to the anti-hate coalition and all this type of stuff. It's wild, fam. It's really crazy that we live in this you know what I mean, in this world where they got to do stuff like that. But anyway,
it's a dirty world.
It's a dirty game. Y'all got any predictions for this Tyson Jake Paul fight?
Come on, man.
He said, "Come on, man."
hey. You know what? What I think is interesting about it though is that it's not pay-per-view. It's gonna be streamed live on Netflix. I think that's actually the most impressive thing about this whole thing because the fight is gonna be what it is. I mean,
so I haven't been following it. Do they got any weird rules with this fight? Like, is Jake Paul gonna wear hair gear?
I think they just changed some rules recently. I ain't even see what all it was, but I think they changed some stuff.
Let me ask you a question: would you fight 56-year-old Tyson on HGH?
No.
On HGH?
How but Tyson is gonna get.
I'm not fighting 70-year-old Tyson.
Tyson gonna get this. Gonna be the biggest bag Tyson get out of his whole career, man.
Of course.
Man, 57 years old. Like I think that's a salute to that, man. But I wouldn't fight him.
No, I wouldn't fight him either. I don't want no problems. I'm good.
Well, I don't know how much they getting.
Man, you crazy? Blaze lying through his damn.
Hey, look, man. All I have is CTE, man. Me and AB, we be out here.
They know all I have. You wouldn't even know how to spin that shit after a while. You'd be coloring on. You're gonna be coloring on that shit.
What say? Make me happy.
You're gonna be talking like Sam. I am Sam. Nigga, leave that shit alone.
Hey, listen, fam. I'm not. I can't. No, I'm good. I'm straight. I'm not fighting him, bro. This is a GOAT athlete. Like, whenever you see a GOAT athlete, I don't care what stage of their life they at. If they don't have no injuries and they got any semblance of athleticism, fam, they gonna kick your ass. Like so I don't like, and this is one of the greatest boxers of all time. Like, I'm not going.
And Mike can shake.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I guarantee you, Shaq could probably drop 50 on me right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, ain't no probably to it. I know but I'm saying, like, it's a lot of athletes out here. They just, like, you know what I mean?
Old.
They just old. But, yeah, because
Shaq been losing a lot of weight. I know you seen that.
Yeah, I definitely seen that. And
in that gym.
And I saw a clip of, which I didn't know, when Magic Johnson was 40 years old playing in the Euro League. Man, he looked like the same Magic Johnson in the NBA, and he was 40 years old, dropping them off. If y'all don't know, unfamiliar what I'm talking about, look up a clip of 40-year-old Magic Johnson playing in the Euro League. He had bought a team over there, and he went over there and had some runs with his team to kind of bring some publicity to it. But yeah, he still looked great in that moment. You know what I mean? So.
You don't lose that shit, man. It's like riding a bike, man. If it's whatever your specialty is or your expertise in, you're not gonna forget that.
No, not at all. But I feel bad for Jake Paul. I don't care how much training Jake Paul has been doing. If he win this fight or if he knock out Tyson, whatever the case may be, the fix is on. Because I ain't saying I don't care. Jake Paul ain't no world class nothing.
He ain't gonna knock him out.
Yeah,
bro.
I
don't even think Tyson would allow like some fake nigga to knock him out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm talking about, like, and I'm not calling Jake Paul. Is that
I know what you mean, Jake Paul. Yeah.
I'm not calling him fake. I'm saying like how, I mean, it's definitely like story, in a way.
This shit is real. This WWE,
or like
man.
Sensationalized to an extent. I mean, just like the Floyd Mayweather shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
When they fought, like, nigga, Floyd was gonna win, but Floyd, he's fine with. Yeah. Okay. How much we can make if we last?
Exactly.
Many rounds?
6 rounds. Yeah,
right.
6 rounds.
I don't know if Mike Tyson. I mean, if he's strictly just about getting some money and he has some financial hardship or some shit, or just want more money just for the hell of it, then maybe that's one thing. But I just can't see him like okay.
No, Tyson got weight.
I gotta go.
Tyson got
we gotta
weight.
go 8, and he don't really like going long rounds. Pause.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that was him even at a young age, right? If I remember correctly, I don't watch a lot of boxing. Y'all more boxing aficionados than me. But wasn't it always like something about Tyson? Like, he would kind of get winded later in the round, so that's why he would always try to knock niggas out like right away or something like that.
Not necessarily. He was just that good that he was knocking people out later, and nobody had took him the distance.
I don't know if I just remember hearing something about that, but okay.
No, nobody has ever took him the distance. So once he got past a certain few, it's like, I think later on in his career it was like 6 to 8 rounds. People would notice that he would get winded because, like, bro, you knocking people out in 1 or 2 rounds, like. Of course, I ain't gonna know what it feels like to go 6 and 8 rounds. Like, you know what I mean?
No doubt.
Yeah. But I don't think that was actually a thing.
But yeah, I just don't think I don't see him doing like. I don't see him just kind of going with the flow in terms of that. Like, I think he still at the end of the day don't want to look like a joke.
Hey, Kendall.
Tyson got way too much pride.
That's kind of how I look at it. And he a New York nigga.
And a
They
Muslim.
say the potential purse for this fight is $300 million. So he could be making up between $100 and $150 million.
All right.
Like I said, I don't give a fuck. He could drop kick Tyson off the top rope. Tyson. He could get that bad.
I mean, I'm just saying. That's just me. I could be totally wrong. I just don't see. Tyson,
I don't think he'll get knocked out. I just
don't see Tyson like going along with that type of like, yeah, go ahead.
But again, like I said,
knock me out
WWE.
in the 6.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get up, do my thing. Like I just don't. I don't know.
Okay,
but
hey, before
300 million, like you said, money could be talking, and nigga, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Before we go to the next topic, real quick, the Bucks are up 22 points. The third quarter just started.
There we go.
Burlai Bobby had 25 in the first half.
Let's go, Bobby.
No
Let's
Giannis.
go, Bobby.
Okay.
Y'all carry on.
Yeah, no, you know Bobby Porter's my favorite Bucks, but he's my favorite Bucks player. So, him and Brook Lopez. I love Giannis. Don't get me wrong, but it's just something about Bobby's heart, fam. Like
Bobby went crazy in the first half.
Yeah. Gang.
But can we say though that Giannis is the greatest Buck ever?
He 100% is.
Yeah,
bro, I think Giannis is the best basketball player in the NBA right now.
I mean, I agree because clearly I love me some Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think he the most dominant.
I hate that I have to say it, but Jokic is the best player in the NBA.
Bro,
he doesn't hold a lick in her. And you know me.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about two-way. I have said this last year. Like Giannis play on both sides of the floor excellently. You know what I'm saying? On both ends, he does that. But Jokic is so dominant, bro, on the offensive end. Like
I'm gonna argue with you about that Jokic point. Go ahead, though. I got you,
bro. Like I'm just saying, bro. Like the point, he's really the first point center. There have been other centers, Vlade Divac, Arvydas Sabonis, Shaq in some ways.
But
great
they
passers.
played with their back to the basket.
Great passers at centers
through them. Right.
And sometimes Vlade could take it maybe at the key or something. But this big ass nigga, they inbound the ball to him.
He run the show,
bro. Like I have never seen. And again, bro, I am not a Jokic nigga. I think he's great. I think he's amazing. I think he can hoop. But Giannis is obviously my nigga. But bro, the stuff he does and he really has an unstoppable move that Kareem has. And what I mean by that is that fucking lob to Aaron Gordon. That
you don't know if it's a floater or a lob.
They have to. I'm hoping that the analysts and what's these niggas that's all super with these numbers now. I hope they pull in the numbers of how successful that play is. I want to know if it's got to be in like the 90th percentile, bro. Because
and I hate to cut you off, but I'm so glad you said that because I've been waiting to argue this point, bro. Listen. Jokic is phenomenal. I'm not taking nothing away from him. Like, phenomenal player, fam. His ability to pass the ball, his court vision, all that. He's so dynamic, and I'm not taking nothing away from him. But the point you just said, that lob to Eric Gordon, Michael Porter Jr. being over there in a three spot in the shooter spot at 6'10". Aaron Gordon being 6'8", 6'10", they are huge. That's what makes him so dynamic. That team is phenomenal. That's from top to bottom.
He got the pieces around him.
Right.
But that's how that's always been.
Right.
That's how that has to be. You have to have a good team for the most part to be successful. That's why LeBron would create his damn team.
Yeah. So hold on a second, because I'm not done yet. Let me finish making the point. So with all that being said, Giannis has every time we had something to say about Giannis, every basketball player in the history like of the NBA, right? All the greats, I should say. When we had something to say about them, right? They would either continue to fail in the same way that we critiqued them in, or what? Giannis has stepped up. Nick said Giannis couldn't shoot. What he started doing? He started developing mid-range. Then he got a three-pointer. Like everything, he's continued to get better and better and better every year since he's been in the league, and it's incredible to watch. And like I said, he ain't as dynamic as Jokic. Like he ain't gonna be dropping them amazing passes and all that type of stuff. But he's coming with all heart every single game, going 100 miles per hour at you, and it's amazing to watch. Like I said, so that's where it differs with me with Giannis and Joker. I just think Giannis's heart is incredible. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The only thing I say is like Joker, he got the best starting five in the NBA. So it's kind of hard to, you know what I mean? He's going to look phenomenal out there every night. And
I don't necessarily agree with that because, again, sometimes when he's not on the floor, they look like a different team sometimes. But they are still a great team. I'm not denying. And they have a great coach. You know what I'm saying? So, but I guess what I'm saying is sometimes that's also the problem with Giannis because I think that's why Doc was a good part of nigga kick that ball over here, pass that over here. Because sometimes he don't really do the point guard move. You know, like I'm not looking for him to be a guard, but just sometimes he needs to be a little unselfish and get these other motherfuckers involved so that they can win. Because sometimes Giannis's baskets, even though he'll have 40, you can have there's such a thing as empty points.
Right.
And he's that type of guy. When Jokic scores, as soon as he gets the ball, if he's not passing that shit effectively, he kicks that shit, he goes in the post, he's gonna make that move. And that's most likely gonna go in. That's what I'm saying. Bro, he's so unstoppable and he's so slow. And when players can move in their own mode, like Giannis sometimes it's like sporadic. Like sometimes he'll run and nigga, he'll be out of bounds, you know, or right foot on the line, like nigga, because he's such a Superman. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he just doesn't have that motor to like, okay, calm down. I think he's learning that right now though with Doc.
So was that, Blaze?
So Jokic just seemed way more control,
bro.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Every time.
But you know,
and that's the difference to me than Giannis. Giannis is in control, no problem. But he's usually in control of when it's just him. Like sometimes, like you got to make sure that the team. Like that's why Patrick Beverly was such a great addition because he's that type of like man, good shit, Bobby. You know what I'm saying? Like hey, my nigga, nigga, he can't hold you. Like he makes sure that the team knows that they're unstoppable. I'm not saying Giannis doesn't do those things, but that's the type of leadership that you need if you're not going to be a player like a Jokic, where you're so effective on one side of the floor that niggas can't stop that shit. But you're right. It does help that he has a great team.
Right. And that was my whole point. His team is phenomenal. And to answer your question, one of our listeners said, do I believe that his heart makes him the best? Now, it wasn't not just his heart. It's his ability to get better year after year, being a superstar. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's been egoless in that factor. He just continued to get better. Go ahead.
And I just want to quick say, bro, I agree with you. Like, and this shit can change. You see what I'm saying? Like, end of the year, if Giannis do his thing, get another championship, and then they duke it out through December, and he start looking like the best again, and he's dominant on both ends, and his defense on one-on-one defense has changed, and now he locking niggas. Yeah, I mean, now Giannis is back to being the best player. I'm just saying right now, in my estimation, right now, just because Jokic is so effective on that offensive end, I got him as the best player, but I still, of course, Bucks all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? But I don't fault what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like that's a very good, strong argument. Like I'm not Joker is a phenomenal. I love watching Joker play basketball. Him and Luka, because they so dynamic and they, like you said, they out there playing at the same. If Luka was the same size as Joker, they would be the same player damn near.
Also, a scary thought if that nigga goes to Denver.
Oh yeah, yeah, that'd be crazy.
Well, one of them gonna have to come off the ball. That ain't gonna work.
Jokic ain't leaving Denver because he a champion. So nigga, bring your ass over here.
Yeah.
But unless he 35 or something, and he on the decline. But
I don't know if that'll work.
I could definitely see Luka leaving and going over there.
I can see him going somewhere, but like I don't know if that'll work with Joker though, because we done seen Luka wave off Kyrie. Like you're waving off a wide open Kyrie.
But the way they play, you see them in the All-Star. You saw them in the All-Star game. The way that they play together, they'll get along.
Yeah, they get along. Yeah. But yeah, man. But anyway, like I said, that's a good argument because. Like I said, I don't know, man. I just think I'm still giving Giannis the edge, man. Just because
I got no problem with it.
Yeah, just because offensively what he does, and like I said, he does. That ain't no problem. Yeah, he does some of the same things that Joker does, not in the same fashion.
Well, he's a great passer. Yeah. Like shit. Remember when Jason Kidd had him?
Yeah,
he had him as a point forward.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But that point center shit, bro, is a different level. When you're bringing the ball down and you're 7-1, bro, come on, man.
Yeah, man.
They got more trust in him than what's my brother's name? The guard.
Jamal Murray.
And Jamal Murray is an assassin.
Yeah,
like, hey, bro, inbound that shit to you.
But you know, when you got that kind of court vision at that size, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, of course, Jamal Murray is a combo guard. Like I don't think he's just.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's at the 3-point line.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that's niggas ain't really doing that. And again, he has the luxury to do that now because now centers are, you know, they're out there. You know, they're out here at the 3 more. They're out here in the mid range spot more. You know, off the block.
Yeah.
You know, it's different. It's different now as far as the game has changed, but. So he has that luxury, but still, though, his vision is just, and just to be able to make the passes. I mean, he's already a top. I think ain't he in the top 10 in triple doubles or something crazy?
Yeah,
or top 15?
something ridiculous.
It's something crazy, bro. Like it's like, huh? Like didn't you just get here?
Yeah.
So,
He be balling. He be balling. Yeah.
Yeah, he do.
But anyway, so our last topic, and we can just touch on it real quick, because y'all might be more familiar with it is than I am. Because Kendall, you are Alex Jones. I won't say you're a fan, but you follow Alex Jones.
I follow.
Yeah. So Aaron Rodgers denies any conspiracy theories surrounding the Sandy Hook tragedy. What do you think, Kendall? What is your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers trying to distance himself from this?
I mean, man, you know, it's Aaron Rodgers, bro. Like this man has been on conspiracy mode for a very long time now. I mean, he kind of seemed like he a little bit of QAnon. I think he got some QAnon flavors. But I just come on, man. Sandy Hook. I mean, now he's going to deny it, of course, because obviously, I mean, he probably still believes it. Who knows? But obviously, I mean, you saw, like you said, Alex Jones, who lost a case based on that, right? He owes $1 billion now, or I think that was the settlement, 880 million or something crazy. It's just disingenuous on, you know, Aaron Rodgers' part. In all seriousness, like just to be that disrespectful. I mean, clearly these parents have lost children, and they still talk about that, and then for you to bring that shit up and for it to be a traumatic experience. It's just like, you know, God forbid, you know, y'all are fathers, you know what I'm saying? And for someone, you know, if God forbid something happened to, you know, one of y'all children, and then somebody like, nah, that shit ain't really happened. Like, nah, like, so for you to keep bringing that up and that to keep coming back in the forefront, it's almost traumatic to the people that are actual victims of dealing with that shit. So I just think for him, man, to be that disrespectful. And again, I don't think he's currently saying that. I think that was a clip they found previously or something, right?
Well, it was people saying secondhand of conversations that they heard him having. So
okay,
I don't think it's actual clip, but he did release a statement saying that he believed the Sandy Hook happened and that it was a tragedy. But in the after the fact, yeah. But they do have him say, people heard him say that it was crisis actors and that it never happened and all that stuff. But you know,
and he heard that from Alex Jones. I'm telling you, that's where all that shit came from, and that's why his fool ass got sued, and that's why he you know, he was already derailing because I think that was around 2012 or something like that, 2010, somewhere around that time period. So at that point, Alex was just going crazy with it, and then once the whole Trump stuff happened, and he started calling in to Alex Jones' show, that's when he knew he had his ass, and then he latched on to the MAGA nuts. Nothing against the people that vote against Trump, but some of y'all are a little MAGA'd out. But yeah, he definitely got all that shit from Alex Jones for sure. That's just my personal opinion. This ain't the words of the entire pod. Again, follow me and say what you.
It was
please DM me.
A CNN reporter named Pamela Brown.
You know, I've listened to Alex Jones because I'm not a person that I don't disregard the news. I watch Fox, I watch MSNBC, I watch CNN, I watch all of that stuff. Al Jazeera, BBC. It doesn't matter. I'll consume any type of news, but I'm gonna filter it the way I want to filter it. So that's just my personal opinion. Where I think Alex Jones got that shit from, and he shouldn't be just spewing that bullshit.
Yeah, not at all. Yeah, that's to me, it's pretty pathetic. Whether like that type of strategy, you just don't play with. And then, like I said, he had to learn his lesson from this. So.
Well, this the whole reason this came up is because it was a CNN reporter that brought this out, but it's because Aaron Rodgers' name was being floated out there as a potential vice presidential candidate for the Kennedy campaign,
Robert Kennedy.
So they went right to smearing that, like, nah, we ain't having that. So you know how that shit go, man.
Oh, that's nuts, dog. Like, who would even? Where did that even come from?
I don't know. Kennedy and Aaron Rodgers.
And ain't you supposed to be playing football?
That's what I was about to say. Don't he got another season to go to with the Jets?
They got a close relationship.
He's gonna be trying to run in November and shit, but he also gonna be playing on Sunday.
Kennedy on record is saying Aaron Rodgers, he think he a critical thinker, and they I guess they share a lot of the same views and shit. So he actually on the short list as one of his running mates. This is not a joke.
This is wild. I want to hear exactly. I got to hear this out of Robert Kennedy's mouth. This is nuts, man.
This ain't nothing but his motherfucking Achilles is on fire right now. Nigga. He need more time.
I'll be back in 2026. I'm gonna go play. I'm gonna play.
He's doing all that bullshit like he was gonna come back in January. Like, no, your ass ain't.
No, that's crazy.
Or whatever time period that was.
Yeah. All right, man. But yeah, y'all got anything else to add before we get up out of here?
Aaron Rodgers, go sit your ass down.
Hey man, what y'all think about the Packers getting rid of Aaron Jones? Man, that kind of hurt my feelings. My mama was really upset about that. She said she ain't watching the Packers no more.
Yeah, it's I don't know what it's typical Packer fashion. I'll put it like that.
There you go. I'm shit. I mean, honestly,
I wasn't surprised at all.
With all due respect to your mother, why is she even surprised?
Right. So it's like
you know, she got her play. She still like Scott Tozine, man. She got her people that she like, and then that's it.
The way they treated Mark Chmura.
No, not Chewy. Fuck that nigga.
Oh, not your mama. I'm just talking about people that be still fucking with certain players.
Nah, fuck that nigga.
But listen, man, like that, like don't nothing in the Packers organization do surprise me. I'm surprised we still got Jordan Love.
Back, we might let his ass go.
Right, like damn, like bro, like I'm telling you, man, nothing they do surprise me.
We ain't never. Ain't this the first black quarterback?
Yeah. So yeah, man.
We just playing Packers. Good job.
Yeah. So I'm just hoping that his replacement can do a good job, or his fit. I don't know if that was really a replacement, but you know what I mean. So we'll see what happens. We'll see. I'm staying optimistic for this season though, because Jordan looked real good last season. I was actually thoroughly surprised.
Oh yeah, he looked real nice.
Yeah, he looked like
I was wrong. I didn't say nothing bad about him. I was like, I just think it was going to take him some time.
Yeah, I thought it was going to take him some time.
Well, because the team is so young and they ain't have a lot of veterans around them. But he did good, especially in the second half of the season.
Second half of the season he was hooping.
I'm just looking forward to another championship in fantasy football. So
hilarious.
All right, y'all listeners. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. This has been another episode of Unlabeled podcast. If y'all haven't my if y'all haven't already, please
crabs in the barrel.
Please like, comment, and subscribe.
Hey, Kendall, praise your friends for their successes, man.
Nah, listen.
Salute to you, Kendall, while we talking about it.
Blaze first W was on behalf of
you.
Somebody having a heart attack on a damn NFL field, and he's still claiming that championship.
I beat you last year.
That was your bubble.
This year.
That was
2 years in a row.
That was your bubble championship, and yeah, you beat me. You beat me for third place this year. So.
Hey, when Ron turned into a super villain, and they have his origin story,
it's definitely gonna start with fantasy football.
It's gonna be me. Like,
hey, dog,
hold on.
Listen. 3 years ago, I had Saquon Barkley. He died in the middle of the season, bro. I had to.
Hey, look, we don't care, bro. You lost.
Hey, listen, man. It's all
to
good.
me twice.
It's all good.
He said bubble championship, so that's basically saying that 2020 was a bubble.
No, I'm just saying it was the hardest championship. It was the
hardest
podcast.
Peace.
But listen, y'all. We'll holler at y'all next week. Like I said, if y'all haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. Click the links in the bios. We got some merch for y'all. We got all kind of stuff for y'all, man. And if y'all enjoying what we're doing live again, please make sure that y'all share this and show y'all support. Listen, the best support is free support. Share this. If y'all know some young folks, if y'all know some old folks, if y'all know people who are like to talk about politics, if y'all know some people that y'all would like to see as guests on this show. Listen, just contact me. All y'all know how to get in contact with me. Just contact me and be like, hey, Jerome, I think this person would be a good person to have on y'all show. If y'all would like to call in, please let me know before the shows, and we can get y'all involved in the show. This community we building over here. This just ain't us talking down an echo chamber. So please feel free to join. This is a grassroots movement over here, y'all. So please feel free to join or join in. And on that note, man, we will see y'all next week with another episode of Unlabeled the podcast. Peace.
Yeah.
Thank you.